actually, I've got three very short questions. One is, do you think it's a sensible goal to be heading towards a single market in electricity with the EU? One. Second, many interconnectors across the North Sea are linear from A to B. Do you think we should be heading towards a mesh or a grid network in the North Sea with partners, obviously? And thirdly, what do you see as the biggest hurdles to building out interconnector networks out of the UK?
Okay. Thank you very much for the questions. So the single electricity market. So following Brexit, so before Brexit, the UK was part of a mechanism called the single day-ahead market coupling, which meant whatever borders across European countries you wanted to pass electrons, you entered your orders and the whole thing was optimised for you. Following Brexit, the UK was cut out of that. So what that means is that people who want to trade electricity interconnectors to the UK, to any other country, have to enter via different systems, enter all their different buys and sells, their trades, as well as entering the European market coupling. This is inefficient. This has been proven time and time again to cost UK consumers and European consumers. It adds a cost. It means that the trade flow is just far less optimised. We believe that we should be back into the single day-ahead market coupling, which we believe we can, and we also have the support of many of the European grid companies as well. It would be a much more efficient way to run what is already physically connected network. With regards to the current interconnectors being linear, you're absolutely right. They are connecting country A to country B, and they are indeed very flexible, but go to two different locations. National Grid is actually pioneering the first, what we call offshore hybrid asset. It's a joint venture with TenneT, the Dutch grid, and what it does is not just connect two countries, but it connects what's going to be a very large offshore wind, like a wind farm, which will be at least 100 kilometres off the Dutch shore. And this is the first example of what you can see, a hybrid interconnector, which is starting to combine different infrastructure. If we remember, we've got huge ambitions in the North Sea between ourselves and the North Sea countries, 300 gigawatts of offshore wind potential by 2050, and we believe some of those assets will be hybrids connecting to not just one or two, but potentially 3 or 4 different markets, and the technology is there. We are implementing it now. Hurdles to further investment in interconnectors. Well, we've heard about the European CBAM. If you believe there's going to be a tax on exports, and that will no doubt dampen appetite for efficient trading. And of course, we're aware of challenges in the supply chain market today. There's challenges with planning, which we really hope will be supported by the Clean Power 2030 plan and the further efforts that the government are making on strategic planning. But what really supports interconnection between countries is, of course, energy collaboration at a political level, bringing together joint venture partnerships like National Grid has with the state-owned grid companies across the North Sea, which benefit consumers every day by flowing the cheapest price electricity to the most expensive country, and flexibility that changes in seconds, therefore really supporting the build-out of wind generation.
Okay.